Hello everyone, I am surrounded by palm trees and motorbikes. Well, there's a reason I'm here, because just to my left there is a big beautiful building which is now the Museum of Malaga. This was, well, it is the Palace of Ado, I remember correctly, which was built towards the end of the 18th century, finished I think in 1791. I think it was also the customs place for a long time, but about, I think, 8 years ago, in 2016 or so, it was turned into what it is, the Museum of Malaga today. Again, they have everything from the previous Fine Arts Museum and the Archaeology Museum, and have put everything in here. Now, those of you who watch my videos know that I am always interested in especially archaeology and history besides nature, so I do want to go and see this museum today, and if they allow me, then I will show it to you as well. Let's go. I already see a guard looking suspiciously at me, so I have no idea if it's gonna happen or not, but I'll try. Okay, I'm in, and the first thing I see is a headless statue. It looks Roman to me. Okay, I was right. It is a statue. La Dama de la Alcazaba, the Lady of Alcazaba, which was just behind this building up on the hill. That's gonna be a different video on a different day. And obviously, as the Romans were here for many centuries, they found this statue when they started digging for the foundations of this building. It's absolutely beautiful. You can see the folds of her dress. It's a shame she lost her head. Okay, we have the floor plan extending over 4 floors. But before that, I just want to see the courtyard, which looks absolutely splendid. The light is not the best because it is slightly overcast. They can see the busts of various Roman characters all around. Okay, and there's a little water fountain as well. Okay, I'm in. Visiting is free for European Union folk, so that's good. Okay. Okay. And let's go up onto the first floor. Oops. Sorry, I'm just staring at what's up above there. And I'm losing my footing as I'm also trying to look through the camera. Okay, here on the first floor is art bits. Let me just see quickly. Art collections from contemporary art and all through the centuries. Okay, let's just see. It's called Alegoria de Malaga. Pretty. Fisherman, somebody singing and playing the guitar, carrying things, mother with her children, and all sorts of life scenes going on. Immaculate Conception, St. Peter's, Tears, and Orpheus charming the beasts. The Martyrdom of San Bartholomew by Ribera. And then there is this one from Rio. The Allegory of the Old and New Testament. Floors are very screechy, but there's some beautiful paintings here, including this large one, which is about the destruction of the Armada, and some other seascapes. And I found one who is by the painter whose statue we saw in the park, Fernando Ferrandez. And the painting is called The Charlatan, a political charlatan. Elect me, the country will be saved. No, ha ha ha. Centuries have passed. The story is exactly the same. Some portraits. Now, we are amongst the paintings of Muñoz de Grain, again a guy we saw in the park. I like this one. Sultana's Bridge. And how a 19th century painter studio would have looked like. It's behind glass, so again tricky to film. This lady used to be a dancer, her name was Carmen de Triana. And the large painting, Gladiators by Carbonero. I found one that's so very cute. A mother hen with its little chicks. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the detail of their little fluff. And those little wings. Oh! And one is hiding under mama's wing. Just a lovely one. Sculpture of the artist's mother's head. Amazing details. And that's a very large painting by José Negado Sevilla, and I think it won a prize. I don't remember where, but it is the story of a young girl who was the daughter of the Muslim king of Toledo at the time, and she used to smuggle bread to the Christian prisoners. And when she was caught and asked what she's doing, the bread supposedly turned into flowers, roses. And there we go. That's the story. It's beautifully done. And the more somber one is depicting the beheading of the Apostle Paul. You can see the head has been already separated. This painting is called The Lady in the Sun Hat, and it is the painter's wife, Pedro Saiz y Sáenz. It's always nice to see how many of the artists have painted or sculpted their beloved ones. I found another interesting one, which is a painting of the Prince Puntala. And this is a true story. That's a girl who was originally from Malaga, married the Prince of Puntala, and became a lady of leisure. And every time she visited Europe, she had commissioned various painters. I found another one I like. It's been painted by José Cruz Herrera. La ofrenda de la cosecha, or the harvest offering. It's quite large. Let's have a look at it. Okay. As a whole, I just like seeing the different faces and expressions. Include the dog. Look at that sly face. Looking at the bread. And a happy little boy with its grandparents. Oh, the stories they could tell us. I wonder who that character is in the back. He looks a bit sinister to me. There's loads more, which obviously I'm not showing you. One, because I don't particularly like them. Two, the video would take many hours. So I'm just showing you the ones that piqued my interest. Okay, I must include a Picasso. That's a head of a musketeer. Make what you want of it. I do not want to offend anyone, but Picasso is definitely not amongst my favorite painters. He is a son of Malaga though, so I had to include him. Okay, I'm on the next floor and this is something that interests me more, archeology. Let's see. More of the Roman sculptures discovered at the excavation of the foundations. You lost your nose. And more. And they're all headless. Vessels from the 6th, 7th century of different shapes. And we jump back in history to prehistory. Things that they found in the caves and so forth. Let's see. More decorated vessels. Polished axe heads and knife blades and necklaces made out of shell and bone and stone and bracelets, grindstone. You would put the seeds and then work them into a purple flower. Some more vessels, and I'm showing you this one in particular because the description says ovoid vessel with slightly cylindrical neck. Oh, I just find that hilarious. Hello, ovoid cylindrical necks. Arrowheads and lots of different types of blades. Which way should I go? Usually these are recovered from tombs. More jewelry made out of shells. More vessels, and that one is a very large one. It has some nice patterns on it. These ones are made out of ostriches. How cool is that? Let's see. And we have progressed to gold jewelry. There's even a nice one. Let's see, can we see it? There. The little vessel. I'm not sure. It looks like a bear or something. I just find it cute. And I found another one that's very cute. It's very tiny. It's probably less than 10 centimeters tall. And it's little jar in which probably there were scented oils that played different roles, either for cleansing wounds or for funeral rituals. Another interesting one is this barrel. They used to tie it up on the horses or mules. You can see that there's very few pieces left from the original. It's a reconstruction. I'm just thinking that due of its shape, it was very hard to survive once discarded. And I found more gold. Part of a little hoard. And those are some carnelian beads. And more gold. You can see earrings. Much more intricate and also much larger. And the random found some scarabs, probably carved on ivory. Obviously they had to do trades and stuff, so Egyptian stuff must have come here as well. More hoards discovered. These are coins from the late 3rd and early 2nd century BC. And the Corinthian helmet made out of... Oopsie. Let's see from the other side. Sadly there's a display that's ruining the image, but okay, there we go. Okay, that's another Egyptian artifact. It's a pendant with an intaglio, and I think it's depicting the goddess Sekhmet. I don't know if I can zoom on it more, but they will show us that's what's inside the intaglio. Pretty cool. I can't go out there, but this is what we've seen at the beginning when I was trying to show you the busts up above. Continuing with the Roman times. There's a lot here. I'll try and pick a few interesting bits. Really cool amphoras. Okay, I picked this one. Can you guess what it is? It's a piece of lead of a water pipe from Roman times. Now we know that they were masters of bringing water into towns. They like their baths and all that. So that's something I've actually not seen before, or if I have, I've not noticed. And it has an inscription of it as well on the side. Now, all these heads are Bacchus heads. He's either depicted as an old man or a young boy. And then another beautiful headless statue. I'm just loving the detail of the folds of the cloth and stuff. Okay, that's a very large mosaic, which I really put in, but it's supposed to depict the birth of Venus there in the middle. Okay, this is a different one, but I just want you to see the colors and how the mosaic is put together with all the tiny pieces. Okay, jewelry from later times, approximately 6th-7th centuries during the Byzantine era. These are made out of bronze, quartz, agate, and who knows what else. And continuing to the 9th and 10th century, glazed pottery and a beautiful capital. This is times of oh goodness, my brain's completely locked. When it was a caliphate, and I think it's from the fortress nearby. Okay, there's a ton of things here, but what I wanted to show you is this tiny little thing. It's a beautifully modeled earthen jar, very large and very intricate. Look at all the detail, just beautiful all the way down. Some lamps, but they're different than the ones you usually see. These are later in the 14th, 15th century, and they're called stand lamps. You can see how much taller they are. And some wood pieces from the Great Mosque. And some other bits, and I think that's the end of the archaeological part. Okay, I'm back in the courtyard. came down from there. Remember the statues? And there was another site that I didn't film at all. That was just a collection of random artifacts, which I'm not sure. I have a feeling that it's just like a storage room and they've not found their places yet. There were a few interesting bits, but as they have no inscriptions or anything, I just thought I'll give it a miss in adding it to the video. Now I would really like a coffee, so I'll go and see if there is a cafe here, and unless I find something else very interesting to show you, this will be the end of this video. Make sure you look out for some others, because there's gonna be one about the Roman theater, one about the fortress, and loads more here in Malaga and other places of Andalusia. So with that, I'll say goodbye to you and have a lovely day. Bye.